Hello there, my Aquarius collective. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Oh my goodness, Aquarius. Again, those of you with temp jobs, or those of you, maybe you need to do some temp work for a while. If you feel like it's beneath you, I feel like that's a positive. You do need to be mindful of Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. The Emperor energy, the boss vibes, and an HR vibe with you. You should have been getting a degree or working towards something, which is why you've... things have kind of suspended for you for an interesting reason. You were meant to be stagnant because it created more options or more opportunities. But whether you recognize that or not, or you leaped into a relationship or partnership or a job opportunity that didn't quite work out. This could read as a romantic vibe, or this could read as a work energy with you. But you see that Ace of Wands, the Page of Cups, the Two of Cups, the Page of Swords, there to that. I feel like there's something interesting with your astrology, so do watch your favorite astrologer. And those of you, some of y'all are going to be getting single. Others of you are going to be going into relationships or partnerships. It's really about your availability. Again, whether this is romance-based or this is like a friendship vibe. The Five of Pentacles. Some of you, Aries or Sagittarius. But that almost feels like that could be a discussion or an argument or a disagreement that your boss in HR is having when it comes to you. There's the Knight of Pentacles. There's the King of Swords. There to, what did I say with the boss vibes? There to the Hierophant. Some of you could be going through something in a work situation, or you avoided it. I mean, if you're cross-watching for an Aquarius, they could be in a work situation where things aren't going to work out so well for them. Others of you, I feel like this is a positive, but it's going to... Really, the energy with you is you take a temp job and maybe you worked a few places and maybe you like them, but you didn't want to... it wasn't a job that you were particularly interested in, so you kept going back to just temping. And then this is when the perfect opportunity shows up. This is like your dream job. This is like the dream experience. You do have Aries and Sagittarius that's kind of in a disagreement when it comes to you. But I feel like you're not aware of this. That's why it feels like a really fucking weird work vibe. So those of you with that weird work situation, let that energy just sort of dissipate, because that doesn't have anything to do with you, even though I feel like you're the topic of conversation. Let that energy just kind of dissipate. Bottom of the deck is the Seven of Cups, the Eight of Swords. Yeah, some of y'all gonna be getting single. Or some of you, for maybe a few of you, this could be the negative side of your Aquarius if you're cross-watching for an Aquarius. They just they gravitate towards anything that kind of catches their interest without really paying much attention. And then once they get that option or get that opportunity, they want a bellyache about it. Again, whether this is a work situation or this is a romantic vibe. With the Page of Swords showing up, your energy always tends to pull the cross-watcher vibe. So those of you that keep cross-watching Aquarius, I don't know, I'd say give them plenty of space. For my Aquariuses, yeah, you really should be proactive here. Interview, auditions, and dating. Especially those of you that postponed a few things because you were I feel like you were working towards a degree or you were working towards an accomplishment. So I almost feel like HR, the boss, wanted to sort of get you to take an option or get you to take an opportunity. But you were it kind of feels like reluctant enough to just stay a little stagnant, because you had to be stagnant. So you had to make room in order to achieve whatever the hell this Ace of Wands was, right? So maybe you couldn't go full-time. So you stayed in part-time work until you finished that degree or whatever the hell you were working towards. I feel like the perfect option, the perfect opportunity is going to come in for you. But it's those of you that waited. Aries and Sagittarius are not your friends, though. The Emperor, the boss and the HR vibes. Look at that with the 9 of fucking Pentacles. You were single or your availability was on point. So, yay raw, Aquarius. You've been in this energy for a minute. I feel like you've been in this energy for a minute. Because whatever you were achieving, it took you a little while to get there. You had to achieve that dream or goal. Oh, look at that. There's the Empress, there's the Emperor, and there's the Moon vibe. This is why I feel like it's a single vibe with you. Because if you're embodying that Emperor and that Empress energy, you're showing up in the Gemini vibes, which is uncomplicated relationships, partnerships. And here's where the perfect opportunity shows up for you. Literally work, love, life on this. Because honestly, it could play out either way for you. Those of you that avoided the passionate relationship or partnership because you just avoided a player, which is that Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Some of you, it's the boss and HR. Pedro, yeah, things are looking good. But you had to take a moment to figure something the fuck out on your own. And then you just avoid the player vibes. That 10 of Wands is a positive for you. It really is the perfect option, the perfect opportunity coming in for you. But you had to avoid the temptation. I always feel like with you, Aquarius, those of you that do a lot of emotional purchasing, or those of you that it's kind of like you don't know what you want, so you kind of order what everybody else is getting, but then when you get your order or you get what it is that you want, you continually nitpick it or bitch about it. So this is mindful of what might be the perfect option or might be the perfect opportunity, really isn't. And Aquarius, for you, you guys always pull that vibe of the person that gets promoted and then goes on sick leave. Or the person that gets promoted and then for whatever reason, they take a sabbatical from work. So some of you could be dealing with an Aquarius that's like that. Now, this could be the negative side of your Aquarius, where they overthink a situation to try to get that promotion or get that opportunity, but then it doesn't work out. It's the stagnant Aquarius. And for some of you with the Pisces showing up, that could be the shadow work. It's your Aquarius that everything is, I feel like everything is great, but you're not happy. It's the person that nitpicks every fucking thing. For some of you, it's the person that gets a promotion and then they take a sick leave, or they're apparently able to go off on a long vacation. From a work situation, it's definitely the person that kind of screws everybody else out of that opportunity and then they fuck off. This is the player vibe, and for some of you, this is the shadow self of that Aquarius. Damn Aquarius. I don't know, it's good. Depends upon what side of the Aquarius you're dealing with the shadow side there. Those of you with that work situation, just make sure that's the option or the opportunity that you want. And those of you that took a little bit of time to finish that degree, yeah, this is when the perfect opportunity shows up. I feel like you have access to everything that you need, but it's not being overwhelmed or not being... It literally is. You don't know what you want, so you order what everybody else is, and then you sit there and nitpick it, even though you're the one that made the choice. It's you take the job that you thought was going to be great, but then you start nitpicking it, or you take a lot of vacation days, or you take a sick leave because it's not the option or it's not the opportunity. It's the shadow self. Focus on your shadow self here, Aquarius, or those of you that's cross-watching for Aquarius. This is their shadow self. Someone literally gets that promotion and immediately goes on sick leave, or they immediately start using up their vacation. Mindful of Aries and Sagittarius, but that's like the boss and the HR person that's trying to hound you into taking an offer, taking an opportunity that someone's overselling it. So honestly, you probably, this is kind of, you need a trial run of it, especially if you tend to do a lot of emotional purchasing, or you're someone that nitpicks even the choices that you're making on your own. Because I feel like you make these choices, or your Aquarius makes these choices, and then they nitpick their own choices. It's a high maintenance vibe, honestly, here with the Emperor and the Empress showing up. If you're embodying both of those, that's great. But if you're in that Emperor-Empress relationship or partnership, that is a very, very, that could be a very toxic kind of a vibe. The Emperor and the Empress both need attention, and the Emperor and Empress need everybody else to focus on them. But when the Emperor and the Empress are together, it's kind of who's getting all the attention? Who's getting all the attention? That's why I feel like if you're embodying the Emperor, the Empress, keep doing the work, keep focusing on yourself. This is more of an individualistic vibe, though. I don't know. Does your Aquarius make decisions on their own and then they're unhappy about it? It's the shadow self. It's the shadow self, the shadow side of your Aquarius. Or the astrology here. Do you watch your favorite astrologer? Especially with the double Aries. All right, good luck. God bless. Peace, love, and light, Aquarius. I like it. It's good. Make sure that's the option, the opportunity that you want. If you're cross-watching for an Aquarius, pay attention. Their shadow self is going to start showing. Especially if they've just made a new decision or they just got a new opportunity and they start bitching about it. Because there's a lot of nitpicking going on this. Even though it was the choice that they made. So, peace, love, and light, Aquarius.